Well, it is Thursday and today is the day. And so I'm going to give people a little bit of time to join. I'm going to give people a little bit of time to join. Um, Actually, going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, which is unusual. However, necessary. So we're going to see who come on in the room. Angie got that stuff in my head. Today is the 29th. Woohoo! And I am excited. I'm going to have to find another word. Like beyond, I'm going to have to find another word other than excited. Believe it or not, I'm actually seeing better without these on. Um, so we're going to see if we can give people a little bit of time to join in the room and talk a little bit about, uh, yay, tonight, 7 o'clock. Woo-hoo. So, but the one thing is that I'm using this platform that I have completely fallen in love with. Did I put earrings on? Completely fallen in love with. And so I am, if you are not connected to me, that's probably why you won't get post or show. I'm shiny too. What's going on? So I know I have to do more with the algorithms and whatnot. So I'm not going to delay because I still have work to do for tonight. However, because this is also not only a live, it is also a recording. I will be able to share it and you'll be able to see it throughout the day while I am working to prepare for you for tonight. So I see that people have popped on, and if you would just say hi in the chat, that would be fantastic. So what I'm talking about is tonight. And I didn't even put my. I always forget the microphone. Um, but I'm talking about tonight. So what's exciting about tonight is I think, let me say this, because I'm going to feel like this is kind of a preview and this is a moment of transparency for me. So I do a lot of things and I know that I help a lot of people. But um, I feel like my purpose is greater. And for someone out there that will see this, and hopefully you'll see it before tonight, but if you don't, for someone out there that will see this, you are absolutely working in a purpose. You are doing good. You are doing great, even successful, but you still feel like there's more. You still feel like there's more. And that's me, right? And I think because I feel like there's more, I'm always either one of two things. I'm either pushing hard some days to try to achieve the more, or I'm feeling as if I'm far behind or failing or whatever. And so this is my moment of clarity and transparency. And beyond that, my moment of trust. My moment of trust to move forward despite what I feel and what it looked like. And instead of trusting my own senses, instead of trusting what I see, I'm going to trust God to do what He wants to do with what He's given me. So my point is that when God gives you something to do it. It's not for you to determine the outcome. It's not for you to determine how many people should see it, how many people should like it, how many people should share it out. It's only yours to be obedient to what He's told you to do. And we get caught up in the numbers. We get caught up in how many likes, how many shares, things like that. And so a lot of times when God has told you to do a thing, it's leading to the next thing. So if we stop based on the numbers, we feel as if we have not been successful and we quit midway. I was in a conversation last night on Clubhouse, and one of the things I said was, what in the world would it have been like if Abraham had quit in the middle of his journey? So when God told him to go to a place that I will show you, but he didn't even tell him where he was going. So you have no clue where you are going. You have no clue what the journey to your purpose is going to end at and what it's going to look like. And so because you have no clue about where it's going to, what it's going to look like, you feel like halfway through the journey, well, you know what, let me just try this at this point instead of pushing for the thing that I was told to do. We can't stop. If Abraham had stopped in the midst of his journey, he probably would have killed his son, because the only thing he knew was that he was going to be sacrificing. He was told to sacrifice his son. And by him completing and being obedient in the journey, he was able to receive a ram in the bush and keep the promise. So we have to finish the journey. So I'm saying that in a moment of transparency, that I have to remember and remind myself to finish the journey, despite whatever it looks like to me, and just trust the God who created the purpose, who gave the revelation. But I didn't come to preach to you. What I came to do was to tell you about tonight. Tonight's workshop is so super exciting to me, because in the creation of the workshop for tonight, Talitha Cumi. So you see it on my webpage, and I will show you the flyer in case you haven't seen it. You can go to my Facebook page so that you can see it. Let me do that. So this is give that a little bit more there. So this is the flyer that you will see on my Facebook page for tonight's workshop. And it has all the registration information on it. It's Talitha Cumi. Girl, get up. Girl, get up. And tonight, I'm sure I'll be saying it with much more enthusiasm, because I've been up. But what's so amazing about this is it was really talking to me. So, here's the thing. I know that while I do and have been up and I've been running and planning and trying to get my 2023 right, there are still some areas where I have fallen down on. There are still some areas and aspects of my life that I have not picked up. I've let them fall and stay down. And in this season, it is time to get up. It is time to stop sleeping on who you were called to be. It is time to stop sleeping on your purpose. There are some things even that you have put on the shelf. There are some things even that we have allowed ourselves to be talked out of. Some things we have allowed people to kind of chatter about, and we maybe think that time has passed for it. We're so involved in other things now that we feel as if that is a passing dream. It's over now, and we've moved on. And we've moved on positively. We've moved on and had successes. However, that thing still, whatever that program, that book, whatever, that ministry, whatever it is still calling your name. From time to time, it pops up and you think about it and you keep wondering, should I try it again? Yes, that's the answer. Yes. God is calling you at this point to try it again. He wants you to understand that while the naysayers circle you and while they tell you that, you've done so much more, you're doing this now, you're doing that now. Excuse me. And that the time has passed for that dream, that vision to start whatever. It's not. If it is still on your mind, if it is still in your heart, then it is time for you to pick it up, get up, and move forward with it. Time for you to move forward with it. And why are we saying that it's time for you to move forward? Because it's still in your heart to do. You have not let it, it's not let go. And so I have notes, like you can't see my notebook a little bit, to go over part of tonight, right? So just to give you one one talking point from tonight, and it's called Talitha Cumi because in Mark 5 and 41, the situation seemed dead. The dream, the vision seemed dead, and there were naysayers all around, and there were, basically, for all intents and purposes, it was gone. Um, I know that the enemy don't want this word to come out, and yes, it could just be a tickle in my throat. So we realized that we thought this thing about, it was live, it was vibrant, and maybe you held on to it and you started it, but you didn't finish it. Maybe you started it. Here we are, this baby is 12 years old. So for 12 years she's been vibrant, and all of a sudden it's gone. She's dead. The dream is dead. You started it, it was a prosperous business, and then life happened and it died, and you haven't stopped thinking about it. You even thought about new ways to revive it, a new twist on it, something like that. But people are saying, but you're a great nurse, you're a great mother, you're a great travel agent, you're a great whatever. So you have successes after the death, but it's time. Because if it's still on your mind, if it's still a point for you, a passion point for you, it's time to get up. It's time to pick it up. It's time to get up, and it's time to move forward. 2023 is the ideal time. Right now is the ideal time for you to pick up whatever it was that you let die. Pick it up, dust it off. But then you wondered, okay, well, it was successful for a while. I started it, but now how do I move forward? Now we have all these other different influences that would change the game, right? We have social media, which is an amazing change in the game for a lot of people, right? And it's easier now than it's ever been. So how will that change your business, your ministry, your ideal? How will that change what's going on or what went on? What will make it different today than it was then? Well, what we're going to do tonight is we're going to talk about the things that died. The things that died, and we're going to talk about it twofold. We're going to talk about it personally and professionally. We're going to talk about it in the marketplace and in the spirit, right? Because sometimes there's something that died in you, the motivation that died in you, the will to do something, maybe the confidence, and it led to the death of the dream or the promise. We're going to talk about it all. We're going to get in there. And there's a workbook for tonight. Of course there would be. Of course there would be. So there is a workbook available for tonight. You do not have to get the workbook. It's going to be like super crazy priced, but it's because it's the companion to the workshop, right? So I'm talking about like $5 or $10 or something. But anyway, so we have to be able to pull the dream, the ministry, the book, the whatever, the opportunity back off the shelf, and you have to move forward, and you're trying to figure out how. Available to you is all kinds of connections and resources. You have not discovered them yet because you have let it die. It's not moved forward, and you didn't need it until you need it. So in order to birth that dream out, in order to birth that vision out, that ministry, to write that book, you're going to need a hand. I'm not even saying that I'm the hand. That's quite frank, truthfully. But I could be the thing that links to the hand. I could be the thing that reminds you that it's out there, even, and and you'll find a way, or you'll find the people, or you begin to pray differently, and the answers will pop up and reveal themselves. In a moment after I end this video, I'm going to be going on Clubhouse Live, and I'm going to get more detailed about tonight. I'm going to give a preview kind of tonight's workshop, a little more in depth, more specific, because tonight's workshop, I am led to reveal and to help to reveal the strategic plan for moving forward. And is it a strategic plan for just my business? Not at all, because there are certain things that we need to do that are just going to be the logistics of moving the ministry forward, of moving the business, of writing the book, the publications, the whatever. And sometimes certain things are needed. I haven't talked to a soul that didn't think they needed money. Well, where are the grants that are out there? Where's the money, the funding that's out there? How do I raise the money? How do I start on a shoestring budget? So this is going to be a very comprehensive and in-depth conversation. Yes, conversation, me and you, about our next level. And I almost hated to say that because everybody's preaching next level right now. But in absolute understanding, it is beyond our next level, because this is something that God has given us in our heart to do, and we've allowed it to die. And so here tonight is the touch. Is the one touch, the same as in Mark 5 and 41, is the one touch. If you ask the right question, if you receive the revelation, it's the one thing that starts, catapults your 2023. It is, including, because God is a comprehensive God, including the motivation to do so, including the opportunity to connect with accountability partners, including the opportunity to connect in an ongoing work for your strategic plan for your first quarter of the year, simply your first quarter of the year. Right? So it's not overwhelming. That means that God is deciding to try to walk you step by step through the revival of this thing that's your passion point. So as I said, in a minute, I'm going to go to, I will be, um, stop that screen. In a moment, I will be heading on over to Clubhouse to see who pops in. It is random, so wasn't really scheduled, kind of, sort of. So I'm going to pop on the Clubhouse and I'm going to go a little more in depth, and I'm going to share some tips from tonight's workshop in advance. If you are not on Clubhouse and you have a question about whether or not Clubhouse is on Android now, it is. Just so you know, Clubhouse is on Android now. So you have to download the app. And I wanted to share. So this is showing you the Clubhouse is called Love Her Like You Love Them. That's the Clubhouse name you'll be looking for. Love Her Like You Love Them. And I will be there. And as soon as I end this broadcast, I'm going to pop on over there. And again, in the Clubhouse, I will be giving, you can ask questions, you can come up on stage and talk, you can ask specific things as it relates to moving your business or relationship or whatever forward. You can ask the question that's on your heart in a safe space. And this is a preview to tonight's workshop, which will be in depth. Now, in order to obtain some of the bonuses that will be discussed later on tonight's workshop, you will need to be registered. Even if you can't attend, I've had people say that I have to work or whatever and I can't attend, but will I catch the replay? The replay will only be available to people who are registered, and I'm sorry for that. However, again, right on over in Clubhouse, I'm going to head over there. I'm going to talk about some things um, and give some tips from tonight, give some information more specific than I'm giving now in Clubhouse. And if you are not a member of Clubhouse, again, it is available on Android. It used to be since its inception, only available on iPhones, but now it is available for Android. So you can download the app and you can join me in Clubhouse. And again, there's no motive here because I'm in the same boat you are. I am building my businesses, my ministry. I am developing a stronger personal life. I am setting my goals like you're setting your goals, and I am doing everything that you're doing. This is an opportunity for me to share some knowledge and wisdom that I have gained or been given revelation of, and to be able to allow us to connect as women on a mission, women on the move, as women who need to learn to love, to put themselves first, and to move forward in 2023 unapologetically. So I'm going to end this broadcast now and I'm going to head on over to Clubhouse. I hope to see you. I will not be on Clubhouse long. I will be on Clubhouse it's 11 o'clock. I'm going to see if maybe I engage in about an hour, because again, I want to finish wrapping up some things for tonight, some gifts and goodies that I have for you. But I hope to see you over on Clubhouse, where we can have a conversation about Talitha Cumi, and even about love her like you love them. So I look forward to seeing you until tonight, 7 p.m. And it will be a virtual workshop. You must be registered. The registration is at loveherboutique.com/events. You can register there. It's only $25. If for some insane reason you absolutely do not have the $25, but you absolutely really want to come, then you need to DM me, and we will discuss it and talk about it. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you tonight.